All right, today we're hitting a body weight workout for legs because why not turn this shit situation we're in into a shit sandwich? Let's get after it. So one of the best tools you're gonna have in your arsenal for any at-home leg workout are different variations of reverse lunges, because just by adjusting the angle of that back foot changes which muscle is going to dominate the lift. So just by taking our foot out to the side at a 45-degree angle, we bring more adductors into it. And as we bring it more directly behind us in a traditional style reverse lunge, we bring that entire leg into it where the glute, hams, and all quad are working in conjunction with each other. And if you really want to crank it up even further, we can come at a 45-degree angle, but this time we're going across your body, putting all that pressure into your hip and isolating it all the way down to the glute. So today I'm opting out of sumo squats for something a little bit different, because most people have so much hip tightness, whether it's sitting at the office all day or now being quarantined, stuck at home, it takes so long just to work through that tightness to actually get an effective movement. So what we're gonna do instead is Bodyweight Jefferson Squats, because what they make you do inherently is shift your weight to one side more than the other. That dominant front leg is gonna get a little bit more of that pressure, which allows you to skip any of that hip impingement that you have to go right into effective working sets. So a lot of you complain I don't have any art in my house, so I went and got a printer, made some prints. Check out this big fat baby. He's not even angry, that's just food. So I love pistol squats, but I know everybody can't do them. So I'm gonna give you a couple different variations, and I know at least one of them is gonna work for you. The first one's the easiest, and you're gonna need your mustard chair, and I would start in a seated position, because if you start standing and try to drop into it, you're gonna catch yourself fighting it the whole time and you'll lose the form. So start seated, and then from there, to give yourself a little bit of assistance, you're gonna drive those legs together. That off leg will help you a little bit, and then from there, just lean forward and drive up through that hip. And for the next one, we're gonna step it up a little bit. Now we're gonna go through the full range of motion, but we're gonna use the back of that mustard chair for assistance. And instead of using your hand, I'd actually use your forearm for assistance, because the hand, you'll rely too much on it. You'll put too much pressure on there. And with the forearm, you can only come up 3/4 of the way. So it keeps you in that perfect range of motion to keep tension on the quad the entire time. And finally, for those that can, make sure you keep that heel on the floor, pressure under that hip, and just go for it. So if as you're doing it, you start to feel that heel start to lift up on you and all that pressure's into your toes, you got a flexibility issue. So start rolling out that calf with the foam roller, start training your anterior tibialis more, but for the time being, shove a book under your heel. This is just gonna ensure you're putting more force into that heel rather than your toe, which is gonna engage that quad even more. Also, important book. So this last one's not only a great movement because you engage your hamstring all the way up into your glute, but also it helps us maintain and work on flexibility. So we're gonna do single leg, stiff leg deadlifts. But to make sure we get even more tension on that hamstring, instead of just stretching straight down, I want you to reach forward and to really amp it up. As you start to pull up, I want you to tilt your weight even a little bit more forward into those toes. So you're pulling yourself up, but also again, you're staying nice and tall and catching yourself from falling forward. And to make sure you're keeping constant tension, you're only gonna go 3/4 of the way up. Oh, you thought I forgot calves. Well, I did. I just remembered. So the way we're gonna do this is one leg at a time, and we need a little bit of support, so I'd grab the back of a chair on that same side as that working leg, and I would use that off leg to go straight out in front of you. It's just to move it out of the way so you don't support yourself too much. And then from there, it's just a single leg calf raise. So as always, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment the video you want me to do next. Get after it, get growing. I'll talk to you soon. If you happen to see a little kid bounce off my window, my neighbors, no control over their kids. I've literally heard them try to tell them something, and the little kid just looks at them and screams, "I'm gonna kill myself."